We are in the largest city in Dodge County, on Highway 33, also known as Front Street. This is Beaver Dam. Hey, we're in Beaver Dam, so there was only one place we could meet John Gerda. Guess where? Yeah, the dam. Hey, John.
How you doing?
So we're in Beaver Dam. I see the dam. Now, where are the beavers?
Their descendants, John, are still swimming around here someplace.
Oh, they are.
But it was human dams like this one that really began things here. When the first white settlers came back in 1841, they found high ground all around us, and it was at the foot of a huge marsh. And a little river kind of left the marsh right here, and just downstream were a few creeks that beavers had dammed, which is where the name came from. Water power is what those Yankee settlers were after, and they put their first dam right here back in 1842. It took a year for enough water to back up to drive machinery, and all the land here was so flat that the dam created a lake that was more than 10 miles long and only 5 feet deep.
Wow.
So there are places you can almost walk across Beaver Dam Lake.
Yeah. What industry came up below the dam?
They began with the necessities. So first of all, you had a sawmill for lumber and a grist mill for flour. The surprising thing is where Beaver Dam went from there. There were some really ambitious industrialists here, and they built 2 more dams downstream, almost like beavers, and each one had its own pond with its own industries. And you have the cotton mill right here, later on a shoe factory, and downstream were plants that made farm machinery, Monarch stoves, iron castings, and lots of other products. And some of those got really huge. There was one malleable iron plant here back in the early 1900s that had 1,500 workers. That's more than most Milwaukee plants had.
Wow.
Yep.
So this was a factory town?
Not entirely, John. Dodge County is really good farmland. So Beaver Dam, as the county's largest city, became an important trading center for farmers and also developed some important farm-based industries, especially cheese making and vegetable processing.
And did they use the lake?
They did. It's a little ironic that a dam built for industry was creating a lake used for recreation.
Yeah.
This is the 16th largest lake in Wisconsin.
Wow.
And early years, it was a lot of excursion steamers and whole fleets of canoes. Today, it's still great for boating. Because it's so shallow, winter kill can be a problem, but there's still excellent fishing here.
Education in town?
One of the major landmarks here is an unusual private school. Back in 1855, the Baptists founded Wayland Academy as a college prep school. Still here, still a college prep school. Now it's non-denominational, and it has students from a dozen states and almost 30 countries. And its campus really resembles some of the colleges we visited, like a Ripon or maybe a Beloit.
Is that right?
Yep.
Let's talk today's economy.
Most of those old industries are gone. The cotton mill here is now apartments, but I'm pretty sure Beaver Dam's the only place in Wisconsin where you will find a cheese factory across the street from a foundry. Talking about the Kirsch Foundry and the Kraft cream cheese plant. So you have 2 mainstays of the Wisconsin economy, dairying and manufacturing. They're still mainstays here in Beaver Dam.
Population?
16,000, a little over half German, but also 8% Latino.
And the location?
Pretty easy. We are in south central Wisconsin, about 40 miles northeast of Madison and about 70 miles northwest of Milwaukee.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty little town,
It really
doesn't
is. It really is. I've enjoyed being here.
Thanks, John.
See you, John.
This is a great story in Beaver Dam. McKinstry's Home Furnishings, which is a furniture store that has been in business for 161 years. It's the oldest family-run business in the state of Wisconsin. And what did they sell 161 years ago? 2 things, cabinets and coffins. I guess it was all about storage. Yeah. Water Technology Incorporated.
Correct.
What are we talking about?
We are aquatic planners, designers, and engineers.
From backyard to water park. We are a full-service aquatic construction company.
So we specialize in swimming pools, water parks, municipal recreation facilities.
This is kind of a Model Y. This design with the 2 different pools in the 2 different areas is very popular. We have this competition pool here.
Yep, that's the leisure pool with the lazy river. Hey guys, I'm going in a minute.
So Newman Pools was the original company that started. All right, and Newman Pools started as a swimming pool contractor.
This was your dad that
This
started
was my dad.
Yeah.
My grandfather, he had a plumbing shop, and my dad and my uncle all grew up in the plumbing business.
Here in Beaver Dam.
Here in Beaver Dam.
So this is where the vision and the program we pulled together, the sizing, the capacity, pool architecture, all focus on water, the pools, the entertainment element.
Is there a typical project for you guys?
I wouldn't say there's anything typical.
And so if you look at it, you say, this is a very simple pool, right? It's a rectangle. We just draw the rectangle and put it on there. But to hit the right standards for competition, for programming, for the needs of a coach, for the needs of a university, it's a very complicated pool to put together. So we have people here who are specialists in sports swimming.
Because of the amount of theming that goes on with it, is you have to figure out how to structurally and safely make these projects work to match a theme.
And the two must work together. So whatever gets dreamt up or envisioned has to be engineered.
It doesn't matter if it's a backyard swimming pool or a water park. They're all important to us, and they all get the same attention, and they all go through the same process.
I think it's the magic when you see a project go from paper to an engineering set of drawings to full construction, like watching that transition really gets you the bug and the passion to stay in the business.
I think that we build fun and entertainment. That's what we provide to all of our people.
We never got past the blow up, just so you know. So John Gerda, he found the dam. Look what I found. The beaver.
Oh, I was Smithsonian as a kid. You see, I got my Badger stuff. Mike's right here.
In one of your coats.
Yep, and one of the coats, yep. Yeah. Here we go. And those are individual squares, all squared together like a quilt.
Can you tell a story on how 27 years ago it started for you?
Mike was looking for a seamstress because the gal that he had before wasn't getting them done in time for the band. And so I had done my daughters and a couple of her friends. They asked me, and I said, no, I didn't want to do it, you know. So then the following year, we had the same situation as, well, okay, I'll try. It's just hemming pants, you know, just hemming pants.
Right.
And in spring, he came and he needed a new sequins vest. I've never worked with sequins before, you know. How am I going to do this? He said, oh, you'll learn. So I learned on the fly. I have sequins flying all over this joint. This is all embroidered. I lay it all out on the computer.
Look at this.
The back alone took 4 hours to sew out. And I think this one has about 12 or 1,500 crystals in here. Yeah, I make the tuba covers also.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, yeah. And so they signed one.
Who was making them before you?
They didn't have any.
They didn't. How long was Mike in that position?
50 years.
Then he retired.
Yeah. And when he retired, I said, I've done it for 27. Enough is enough. I'll retire with him.
Was it a great relationship?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had fun working with Mike.
And did he say, this is what I want? Or did you draw something up and say, this is what I think you should have?
No, we always collaborate.
You did?
Yeah.
Like, how long did this take you?
Probably have about 100 hours.
100 hours?
Yeah.
Each coat?
Yeah.
This is your plain and simple?
Yeah. This is his final jacket.
Oh, it is.
Okay, yeah.
So last season was your last at UW for the marching band.
Yes.
Are you missing it already?
You know, at first it didn't affect me, but it hit me at the first home game all of a sudden. When I saw the band out in the field, I thought, oh, my kids are out there. I didn't do nothing this year. It didn't hit me until then, you know, because I'm so doggone busy with so many other things, you know.
I thought you were retired.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be.
This is a great alleyway. Each of these characters have a story. Yeah, I'm gonna be him today. That's John Gerda. John Gerda, rule number 1. Where's your helmet? We're at the home of Philadelphia cream cheese. This is Kraft. Before camera rolled, I was shocked to find out that it's not from Philadelphia.
No, it's not.
It was not made in Philadelphia first.
No, it was
No.
actually, cream cheese was invented in New York, and Philadelphia was actually just a brand for top quality food products.
Long history Kraft has here in this
Yeah,
community.
91 years.
91 years, that's remarkable.
We have trucks that deliver our milk and our cream from our local dairy. It runs 3 shifts, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
How many people work here?
A little over 200, and there's a lot of dedicated employees here.
I've been here 40 years now. I run the pasteurizer. The cream comes from the silos in the intake and it'll come up here.
Do you get cream cheese for working here?
Goes through our pasteurizer at a high rate of speed. Goes zipping through these coils here. We might have a sample for you.
Do you think?
Goes in the tank and it's separated into the cream cheese in probably 18 hours. Take the sample off of here. We take an inside kind of a snapshot of where it is right now. The old experienced guys used to be able to taste it
Really?
and tell if it's...
That's not what we're gonna do, though.
We're not gonna do that today.
Okay.
Put that underneath the spout there. Do a little math on the calculator.
It says almost done. That was, here we go. It's good. I think it's doing well.
No, I think you're almost done here, so.
We are in packaging, and you have been with this company how long?
41 years if I can make it till October 12th.
Is this where we pick them up?
Yes, we're gonna put in the shippers. That's the
shippers.
case that the cream cheese bricks go into. We're like family down here.
Oh, nice.
I get to work with my brothers and sisters. I
That's
love
really
it.
nice. It just stamped it up.
And then the date goes on.
The amount of local dairy farmers that we impact and the financial impact it has on our community, we're glad to be here and be part of it.
Wow. It's like candy.
Yeah, you can just eat it with the, who needs a cracker?
Not an attack. No, it's not what you're thinking. It's a Greenlandic term that means landmark. Could be a term that means gathering space inside an old depot. Good coffee, it's cool. This is one of 17 murals you will find in downtown Beaver Dam. And these murals reflect important people, places, and things in the history of Beaver Dam. And they were painted by the Wall Dogs. If you don't know the Wall Dogs, you should Google them.
I love this kind of morning.
It's kind of a bit of heaven, isn't it?
It is a bit of heaven.
We're talking with Jim and Ruth Metz. This is your home on the lake.
And I used to bicycle along this road, dreaming about maybe someday having a place here.
Wow. You were in medical school, went to vet school, and then you decided you were going to move to Beaver Dam?
I was just a solo practitioner, so I was on call 24 hours a day, 365. I met her at the clinic.
He couldn't afford to hire me, so he had to marry me.
Isn't that right? Isn't that how it works? It seems to have worked out just fine.
It has.
We'll just go out, we'll get in the boat, and we'll just cruise along the shoreline, maybe take a beer with us and drink a beer slow. And we just love this community. We would recommend any young family to come and raise their kids here. Good location for us.
What is Animart?
Animart is a company that we started that, has veterinarians, but we became a distribution business.
We heard that you're really committed to making sure that downtown continues and becomes better and lives. Can you talk about your commitment?
We realized Beaver Dam was having its problems, and the best thing we could do for the long term of our business is to focus on the community and see where we can help with the downtown to make sure that Beaver Dam continues to be a good place to grow a business, raise a family. Now we own Uga Brewing Company.
We did it really because we had done research, and craft breweries are one of the best catalysts for downtown revitalizations, and we didn't have a craft brewery, and people had been talking about it, so it's like, okay.
It brought some business downtown, didn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We have a great beer garden, so it's a
great
nice
beer
place
garden.
to gather. So it's already been a catalyst.
Beaver Dam has been so smart in reuse of property. This used to be a cotton mill, and there's a shoe factory on the other side of town. Both are now residential. Reuse, revitalization, smart. We are at Wayland Academy with the head of school, Joe Leonards. So it was really rare back then to have a co-educational boarding school, wasn't
Absolutely, yes. We're the only non-religious, non-military boarding school in the States. So it is a pretty rarefied atmosphere. This is the underclass boys dormitory.
And it's a beautiful, beautiful campus.
Thank you very much. We take great pride in it. We were founded by the local Baptist community in 1855.
Is there a religious affiliation?
No, we're non-denominational right now, but we still have a chapel. We have meet in here for assembly every Monday morning. We're college preparatory, and the curriculum is really based on the liberal arts. Meat and potatoes, a lot of writing, a lot of math, a lot of language, all kinds of things that really need to get the kids to the next level.
When you graduate, what's your hope? What are you going to do?
I'm thinking about something to do with literature because I love writing and reading a lot.
Where do you think you'll go after this?
I really don't know, but I know Wayland is definitely going to help me get to that point. So.
Won't they?
It's a graduation requirement. Actually, they have to be accepted into a college or university.
That's called 100%.
That's 100%. This is another one of those main areas that students cross.
Student population?
About 190. We're a boarding and day school.
Where are your students from?
All over the place. We have students from 5 states and then 27 different countries.
From freshman to junior year, I was a day student, but I'm a prefect now, so I live on campus mostly.
I'm pretty much gonna miss the friends that I made here and the faculty friends that I made. It's really hard for me.
The benefit really is not what actually goes on in the classroom. It's what goes on in the playing fields, and what goes on in the dormitories, in the cafeteria, meeting people, building those kinds of relationships. Come to Wayland and meet the world.
In Beaver Dam, Wisconsin.
In Beaver Dam, Wisconsin.
We are in Swan Park. This park was donated by Dr. Swan, who owned this since 1876. He was a homeopathic healer. And in this park, there was a lagoon and a boathouse and a bathhouse and a beautiful pavilion reminiscent of what it looked like when he built all of this stuff. It's really an incredible park.
We started in the popcorn business in 2002. We've been full-time popcorn peddling, my husband for 18 years and myself for about 14 years.
Hey, welcome. What are you having today? A large Beaver Dam blend, sure. Oh, it's the best.
We have the coated creations. Blue cheese is fun, bacon cheddar. These are all of our popcorns with chocolates and nuts. My husband was a chef and I was a restaurant manager. We were introduced to kettle corn and we ate the whole 6-foot sack and just said, why not do that? We're tired of the restaurant business. Back here is where all the magic happens. Most every day we have some form of production that we're doing. Sugar, brown sugar, and butter.
And what you just put in there is going to cover this?
Yes. And then the popcorn goes in. Not every single kernel will be coated the same. So our caramel, our cheese, most of our savory popcorns, all of those are recipes that we developed. But as this starts to cool down, it'll get louder as I'm moving this around. Do you like warm caramel corn?
Sure. Care to join me? Yeah, hold on one second. I'm almost done. No, I'm not new here. She called you a pop star. Do you love that?
I love it.
That's good.
It's the best job ever.
What do you generally do?
I package popcorn, seal them, and stack the shelves.
Are you ready?
But we have people that come to us and they're like, we have had kettle corn all over Wisconsin.
I usually have them down here. Yeah. I moved it. Hold on.
I don't know what you do, but yours is the best.
Great to see you. No, I'll be here next time. Yeah, Beaver Dam blend. Thanks. I have two sisters, Colleen Mary Margaret and Maureen Mary Margaret, and we go places. There are places that remind me of my sisters, like this place, Twisted Sister. No, not because of the name. It's because the shop is so nice. That's why. Not going in Beaver Dam.
We are.
Home of
the Golden Beavers. And we're talking girls basketball, John. It's one of my favorite stories of the year. Tim Chase took over this program 15 years ago, and the first 3 years they won 9 games. In fact, the second year they didn't have a win. And boy, things have changed, John.
Yeah.
3 straight state championships. They're only one of 5 schools in the state, in the history of the state of Wisconsin, on the girls' side, to win 3 in a row. It's just an incredible team to watch.
Yeah.
They started on the defensive end. They don't have a player that averages more than 14 a game. So everybody participates. They have no cuts. You want to come out and play, come out and play.
Yeah. Because you talk about feeder programs. Is there a feeder program in this?
There is, and the whole community. And it started with Tim going to the grade schools and doing shooting camps.
Good.
Because when he got here, they could play a little bit of defense, but they had a hard time shooting.
How big a school?
1,000 kids.
And Division
2. Last year had 6 Division I players on it. 3 have graduated and moved on. 3 are still in the program. And last year they were ranked number 10 in the country.
You think they're going to do well this year?
I do.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do really well. They're used to winning now, and they understand that the bullseye's on their back. But 3 years in a row is incredible.
Well, we wish them luck.
Yeah, you bet.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, John.
Good story. I am excited. I'm here at the Beaver Dam Area Community Theater. I'm here to see a show. Guess what show I'm here to see? Yeah. Annie.
Our mission is to provide performing arts.
It started in 1964. This is our 55th year.
We wouldn't be here today without the passion and the dedication of the people that came before me.
Did you have any clue that this is where it would end up?
We had no clue, but we always had faith that it would continue and build, and we wanted this, of course, but it was subconscious at that point in time.
Was it? That's how dreams come true, though, aren't
exactly,
they?
Yep.
Yeah.
The people that love theater are coming here and they're auditioning and they're being part of it. You can just see the passion and the drive and the joy.
We chose this over a year ago and we've been working on it nonstop. I like to push for a family feel, and I think Annie struck that right to the T.
It's definitely a work of passion.
I was up back there pounding holes in a wall for the light booth a year ago, and I'm like, this is not going to be a theater. There's no way. And then we walk into this, It was such an honor to direct the show in this. It's fantastic.
This was a Catholic school, and this was the gym. We had to do some major improvements and changes in order to make it work.
This facility can touch any professional theater anywhere.
We have all of the technology that comes with it, the light system, sound system, everything that you could ever ask in a theater. We've got it.
It could not have been done without support of this community, I'm sure.
We've raised a little over $2.9 million, and it was all privately funded.
We are really assured that we are going to be a magnet to help redevelop the downtown or revitalize the downtown.
It's a facility that should be providing joy for generations.
This is the Dodge County Historical Society and Museum. It was formed in 1938 and was formed really to preserve anything about the pioneer days and the very early history of Beaver Dam and Dodge County. Beautiful old building, the old library. Do you know what's in Beaver Dam while I'm in Beaver Dam? The Dodge County Fair.
This is prime real estate. This is where everybody wants to be. I started in the operations of the fair, and it's kind of like an addiction, you know. I just want to be part of a fun event. We sit on about 75 acres.
And planning-wise, what's the toughest to really make sure happens?
Getting good entertainment, trying to get a good value for the people, something that's popular and yet affordable. 50,000 attendees is our average. Our record is about 55,000.
So you've been coming to the Dodge County Fair your whole life?
I have, my whole life.
Is it a blast?
It is. This is definitely a new way to experience it, though.
What kind of responsibility does the fair have?
During this week of the fair, we have to just promote the fair, get out there, talk to the people, incorporate the youth, and just try to really educate people about what the fair is all about. These are the regular beef steers, the beef cattle that I've been familiar with for my entire life. I showed beef cattle for 7 years here. It's definitely a special thing, and I'm really looking forward to supporting those new youth that are taking the place of us who have aged out.
These youth exhibitors, they're the experts.
I have these ones. I got seconds on these. This guy got seconds.
That's a chicken.
That's a chicken, yeah.
Well, what kind of chicken is that?
It's called a light brown leghorn bant. So what you look for is like the dark golden hackle.
If you're showing poultry, is it always chickens?
No, poultry consists of chickens, ducks, geese, pigeons, all kinds of stuff.
Do these end up being like pets almost?
Almost. See, some of the chickens here are designed for meat, some are designed for eggs. Most of the chickens here are designed for exhibition, for showing purposes.
Yeah. What are you looking for?
When I'm looking at them, I'm looking for broken feathers, feather color, and that stuff too. I was also looking at eye color.
So it won.
Yep, so now he'll go up for Best Bantam. I won a couple years ago with one just like this, so hopefully I do well. Same in breed.
Is this gonna win?
I have no clue.
We're hoping.
Hoping.
Okay, this is pretty cool. This is called the Boardwalk. The only way to get from Beaver Dam to Edgewater Park without leaving Beaver Dam is to take the boardwalk. Unless I took the lake, I could have gone. I guess I could have done that too. We're at Palenque Bar and Grill. So what does Palenque mean?
It's a temple Mayan. This is why I picked the name, because my father been there many, many times.
Oh, good.
He got a lot of friends in
So in
Chiapas,
honor of
Mexico.
your dad?
Yeah, it's traditional Mexican food. This is ceviche. This is one of those traditional dishes in Mexico. Everything is fresh.
Is this a family-run
It's a family
operation?
run, yes.
Who else works here family-wise?
My mom, my brother, my sister, my brother-in-law. Okay, this is the hot sauce. Tomatillo, tilapia tacos. It's tilapia, real tilapia, in the flour tortilla with the pico de gallo too. Yeah, you're the right way. Avocado, salad, this is good.
And I love the fact that this is not a fried tilapia.
No, it's grilled.
It's grilled. All of this furniture, who did this for you?
Handmade. All the tables and chairs come from Guadalajara, Mexico. Chimichanga, Acapulco. 3 meats inside, chicken, steak, and shrimp.
Oh, full of that.
And full of that with cheese sauce on top. And this is the best dish of the house. This molcajete, they back for 100 years ago.
What is a molcajete?
It's a unique dish. It's a stone bowl with this chicken, steak, shrimp, and mix it up with poblano sauce and cheese sauce.
Is this really hot pepper? Hot enough?
Hot enough, yeah, exactly. Take
shrimp.
Go. You like spicy sauce?
A little bit?
Just try a little bit.
I could eat this whole thing. Beaver Dam sure got their slogan right. Life here is good. We are here with Mayor Becky Gluen. How are you?
I'm great.
It's good to see you.
too.
So we love your town.
Oh, thank you.
And
I
we
do
have a
too.
job for you.
Yes.
You have 30 seconds to tell us why Beaver Dam, Wisconsin is the best place in the world to work, live, and play. And Mayor Becky, you can start now.
John, Beaver Dam is a beautiful, welcoming community centrally located in what we feel and believe is the triangle of opportunity between Madison, Milwaukee, and Green Bay on Highway 151. We have so many great things happening here: new hotel, lakefront condos, senior and multifamily housing being built, as well as new business startups happening. We actively recruit new entrepreneurs and innovative people to come to our community to bring their talents here. We are the best place in the world to live.
You are
play.
done is what you are.
No.
Never you're in. I'm excited. I'm here at the Beaver.
All right. You know what? I can hear him. I can hear him just giggling.
I was there. It was good. You want to know how many work here? I'd like to say about half of them.
Beaver Dam's been a great town to visit.
And we wouldn't be able to visit here without the incredible support of our underwriters. So underwriters, thank you so much. Thank you.
The Greater Milwaukee Foundation's Ernest C. and Florence M. Shockey Fund. And by the David A. and Nancy E. Putz Fund. The Greater Milwaukee Foundation, inspiring philanthropy, serving donors, and strengthening communities now and for the future.
Michaels Corporation, serving the energy, transportation, telecommunications, and utility industries. Michaels, constructing North America's infrastructure for our future.
We Energy's Foundation and Wisconsin Public Service Foundation are proud to support public television. Together we create a brighter future for the communities we serve.
ATC moves electricity from where it's generated to communities where it's needed. American Transmission Company, helping to keep the lights on, businesses running, and communities strong.